Tom Aspinall speaks out about Jon Jones. The interim champ isn't holding back anymore, and new footage shows his real frustration with the UFC.
I can tell you some stuff about the money situation, but I'm not sure I can say it on camera, so I will tell you that after. I think I'm a bad matchup for him, to be honest, and I think he knows it.
My opinion, I think it's a huge risk.
Yeah.
It's a huge risk. You're younger, you're athletic, you hit hard, you pose problems. We don't have much data on you, meaning that we don't know what happens if you do.
I honestly can see Jon's point of view. I get it. I get it. It's just about the title for me. I just want the title, that's it.
Jon, in my opinion, if you look at his body of work over the last 15 years, he's like as close as you can get to perfection as possible. He's like 37, 38 years old, but not only that, he's got 1 million miles on the clock. So he's got a lot of damage on the body. He's took a lot of shots to the head. And that's not me saying anything negative about it. That's the reality of it. And I'm sure Jon Jones is aware of that. And he's fighting one of the most concussive punchers in UFC history. And I just think I can exploit it. Like, I think to get out the way of me for 25 minutes at this point in his career without getting hit once, and that's all I need is just one, I think that's going to be very difficult for anybody.
The pound for pound debate rages on. Dana White, whenever he gets a chance, he'll tell you Jon Jones is the man. Other people say he's not active enough, and you're in a position to comment on that. What do you think?
What is this pound for pound bull? It's a load of rubbish. It's like saying, it just doesn't even make sense. Like, don't get me started on that. It's just like, how can you have a pound for pound? What does that mean if everyone's the same size? So how can you compare Demetrius Johnson's style to Brock Lesnar's style and say if they're the same? Like, they've got completely different attributes. It's like, I've got a bulldog, right? It's like saying, right, if my bulldog had a really long neck, it would win a giraffe or the bulldog. Like, it's absolute bullshit. How can you even compare it? It's a lot of rubbish.
After While Jon Jones remains inactive, sharing training clips, traveling, and enjoying life outside the octagon, Tom Aspinall is demanding answers. He's frustrated, saying his career is being held back while the UFC avoids putting the undisputed champ in real danger. With the heavyweight division stuck in limbo and no fight date confirmed, Aspinall isn't just asking for a matchup anymore. He's demanding clarity and respect.
UFC don't really want Tom to fight anybody else other than Jon Jones. And, you know, they're saying, stay tuned. That's the message they wanted Tom to give out to people. And we had the meeting with Hunter. And they're going to try and fix the fight with Jon Jones, but we're still in April now. Still waiting for this guy to say, I'll have a fight or I'll not have a fight. And I don't really understand that. He's a fighter who should be having fights. Why is he just still sat around, not giving an answer as to whether he's going to fight or not? Tom's done all he can do. You know, he's fought in the middle of the night to defend an interim. He fought for an interim because the fight was on for him to do an interim and he couldn't turn it down. And he won that. What else can he do? He can fight lesser people than Jon Jones, lesser ranked people than Jon Jones, but that means that he may miss the opportunity to fight Jon Jones, which is a massive opportunity.
The message was loud and clear. Tom Aspinall is done waiting. He's had enough of sitting on the sidelines while his prime years slip away. According to him, the real issue is a champion who refuses to defend his title. And it's not just Aspinall feeling that frustration anymore. Across the MMA world, fans, fighters, and analysts alike are beginning to wonder, is Jon Jones still the true heavyweight king, or just a legend holding the division hostage?
And of course, it's been pretty interesting, all the stuff that Jon Jones has been saying to the media this week, and I'm sure there's more to come, but check out these.
You're beating guys who aren't even champions, and you consider yourself a champion. He's not a champion.
So Jon said I need to fight more champions, but this is the problem I've got. Jon is the champion, and he won't fight me. And he says that he won't fight me because it's too much of a gamble.
Aspinall to me is no different than an Owen St. Prude or Dominic Reyes or Anthony Smith. They're like just another up-and-comer that's exciting right now. And I'm not into gambling my legacy for what's exciting.
And Jon, if you're not into gambling your legacy, that to me sounds like you're scared of losing against me.
Aspinall isn't chasing clout or headlines. It's not about fame, it's about the belt. He wants the real fight, the undisputed title, and the chance to prove he's the best heavyweight on the planet. But instead of answers, all he's seen are cryptic tweets and vacation videos from Jon Jones, living it up halfway around the world.
It's not about you. It's not about your life. It's not about your story. If you want to enjoy your life, if you want to be a part of a reality show, if you want to take that money and delay things and hold someone else's dreams back from becoming a reality, that is ducking. That is ducking, because there is a time-honored tradition in this business, in the sport, in combat sports, in fight sports, in sports period, that the whole thing has to move along. It's not about your story. Your story is great and you're living your best life, great. Get rid of that belt. If you want to do that, great. No one will begrudge you. Everyone thinks you've done enough. You've earned enough. You've proven enough. Now allow someone else to have that same story. Allow someone else to write that same story. You are holding him back. You are holding back not only Tom Aspinall, but the rest of the division. So yes, you're missing the point. This isn't about you. It's about the belt.
According to Ariel Helwani, this situation goes far beyond injuries or scheduling delays. He believes Jon Jones is deliberately steering clear of the most dangerous challenger in the division, using every possible reason to keep the interim champ and the real title from ever meeting inside the octagon.
Send it to the UFC. He told you his plans. He told you his intentions. Now tell us. Because either one of you is lying at this point. Either Jon didn't tell them his plans, or the UFC is not telling their plans. I said that the UFC came correct with the money. Jon asked for top dollar. They offered him top dollar. Essentially wasn't interested. That he's out living his best life. And so now what I believe is happening, as we've talked about ad nauseum on this program, and quite frankly, this topic is boring at this point. If they announced the fight today, we would say, great, now can we all move on? But I believe that the UFC pulls the trigger on things when they have to. And so they told Ilya, we need that belt because we need a main event for April in Miami. We're taking that belt. They told Islam, we need that belt because we need a main event for June in Las Vegas. Until they are forced with a predicament where they need a slot filled, they're not going to listen to what Jon Jones is saying.
An idea. He was the one who delayed and delayed and delayed till Francis was out the fucking door. He could have fought Francis a long time ago. If he'd just taken the chance of going up to heavyweight earlier, we could have had him versus a prime Cain Velasquez. Cain Velasquez was 240. Jon Jones is 260, 265. And you're telling me Cain Velasquez was too big for him? What a load of shit. Stipe Miocic could have fought him in his prime, another one who was no bigger than Jon Jones. So when he's giving it the big and being like, oh, well, people always think someone's going to come and dethrone me. And yeah, I get the narrative. That was the way at light heavyweight. There was always that next guy coming up. But you ain't never fought an animal like Tom Aspinall, who is as quick on his feet, who has the speed that he does at 260 pounds, who has the heavy hands that he does. You have never been in there with a beast like that. It's just not happened. I'm not saying that means Aspinall wins, but for people to do the Tyson Fury thing of going, oh, well, he's always won, so therefore he always will win.
Even voices like Joe Rogan, Michael Bisping, and Chael Sonnen have said the same thing. If Jon Jones truly wants to prove he's still the baddest man on the planet, there's only one fight that matters, Tom Aspinall. Yet here we are, surrounded by rumors of Madison Square Garden, talk of a November showdown, but still no confirmation. No press conference, no official date, just tweets, interviews, and a whole lot of mind games.
Such an asshole that I don't want to do business with him. You know, it's just like his fans have been so annoying. And obviously you don't get this far in a career being affected by fans or whatnot, but he's just an asshole, you know, with his, you know, he's 30, so he's from this influencer generation where you hop online and the t-shirt sales and all that. I'm past that type of stuff. I'm like, bro, if you had a little bit more respect, then maybe we could have worked something out, you know, but I just don't even want to do business with him. You know, at the end of the day, this is a business. And fighting me gives him an opportunity to change his life forever. And I don't even want to give him the opportunity. Like he just played his cards wrong with me personally. And you know, I'm 3 years from being a 40-year-old grown man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the press conference, going through the whole shebang with him. I'd rather not do. For Hader on the other side, respectful, cool, barely says much. It's like, I'll do business with you. I would risk it all with a human being like you. You actually have the accolades to back up your shit. This other guy is just a big mouth who's hot today. There's been so many guys who's hot today who are just gone. You know, Sergey was in the same position not too long ago. Now he's starting to fall off already. I've just been around this sport too long to give a big mouth who's hot today the opportunity.
You are ducking. You're ducking the opportunity. You're taking that opportunity away from someone else. You are robbing someone else of the same opportunity and the same dream that you have already realized and lived. That is selfish. That's not how the game works. And so it's on the UFC to make the call. Make the call. And you know what? They may have already made the call. And it may be happening at MSG, and we're all being, we're all being taken for a ride here. But honestly, if that is the case, come out and say it. And please tell Tom Aspinall, for the love of God, because by the time that fight happens, if it does happen on that day, it's going to be a year. We're approaching a year since his last fight, and that fight lasted 60 seconds. It is a travesty. It is a crime what is happening to Tom Aspinall in the prime of his life, in the prime of his career. Give up the belt or fight. That's it. Defend or vacate. That's it. It's great. We're all happy for you. I love the fact that you turned your life around. Truly. Trust me, I was there. We did the walk and talk in Albuquerque. I covered it all. It actually warms my heart. But you got to keep the train rolling along.
Tom Aspinall is training, waiting, and calling for the fight. He's ready. Meanwhile, Jon Jones still holds the belt and the power that comes with it. But the question is, how long can he hold on to both before fans and fighters stop calling him the champion and start calling him what Ariel Helwani already has? A man avoiding the real challenge.
The guy who just won the interim title. He's phenomenal. And he is, again, the next the next advancement of the evolution of the sport.
How so?
Well, because he can do everything. That guy's got elite jiu-jitsu. He's got elite takedowns. His striking is outstanding. Like, I've seen a lot of heavyweight, even Francis, who's like the greatest, scariest power striker I've ever seen in the heavyweight division. No one's scarier than Francis. Francis does not move like Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is significantly faster than every other heavyweight. That's a real problem because he's a heavyweight and he's a big guy, a really big guy, but he moves so fast. And so his speed has always been like extraordinary compared to other heavyweights. Like, he just moves in. It's all like fast, explosive movements. So he's got natural speed, but then he's also got a lot of training to execute quickly. So when he moves in, he closes the gap. You can see like he's fast for a big guy.
Right. I want to see it so bad.
John was shitting all over Aspinall, saying that
I think that's a bad way to go.
He was lucky that he blew his knee out with Curtis Blades because Curtis was teeing off
Doing
on
well.
him. Unless John avoided him, unless John used his wrestling to avoid exchanges, you know what that's all about.
Correct. It's called the Shop Shutdown.
The Shop Shutdown.
I saw a 7-part
They did with
series on
Cyborg.
it. Yes. The Stipe fight, which is just like, it's a weird thing.
Aspinall's an athlete, man. He's such a good athlete.
Freak out.
Very fast. Very fast for a heavyweight.
So fast.
Yeah, but we felt the same way about Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
But Cyril Gane doesn't have wrestling, doesn't have jiu-jitsu. Aspinall's like legit on the ground. Very legit on the ground.
So legit that his dad owned a jiu-jitsu gym. His dad's a black belt. He started doing jiu-jitsu at 2.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Aspinall is past the first round, right? Because we've seen him. He looks so fast. He looks, you're like, nobody moves like him. He looks like a younger Kane.
Right.
But he just keeps knocking these guys out so quick. So I'm like, let me see him past the first round to see if he has that cardio as well.
Jones is the heavyweight champion. He's an incredible fighter. You know, he's incredible. He's one of the greatest of all time. I don't think he can hold a candle to Tom. I think Tom will do the same thing to Jon Jones as what he did to Marcin Tybura. I don't think there's anyone that can stop Tom Aspinall. He's that good. He's that switched on. And
in the end, if the UFC keeps letting this situation drag on, it's only a matter of time before the entire heavyweight division starts questioning what it really means to be a champion. When the title becomes more about politics than performance, fans are left wondering, is Jon Jones truly defending his legacy or just protecting his comfort zone?
Ducker. This is the only sport in the world you can have somebody hold your career back.
Yep. I've been almost a year inactive with no prospects of anything. Just be ready and we'll just let you know.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of difficult, like mentally, to, this is the fight against Jon Jones. Like, Not the fight is another thing.
Yeah.
This is the tricky bit where I really have to stay switched on, stay motivated, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying. It's tough. As you said a minute ago, no one really knows what's going on behind the scenes apart from me.
Exactly. You're in office cooking.
I train all the time anyway. Just because I'm not going to fight doesn't mean I don't train. Like, I honestly can see Jon's point of view. I get it.
Yep.
I get it. It's just about the title for me.
Yep.
I just want the title. That's it.
Yep.
Does nothing else really matter. So
you're like, let me do my thing. Let me fight.
I just want to fight.
And I think that's the respectful way to go about it. It's like, you don't care if it's Jon, and it's no disrespect to Jon. It's no disrespect to anybody out there. You're just trying to fight. Yeah. I just want to.
And that's exactly why this matchup could become one of the biggest fights in UFC history, if it ever happens. The question now is simple. Will Jon Jones finally step up and face Tom Aspinall? Or will this showdown remain just talk? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.